This is Carl with your Kansas livestock update for the week. Not a lot of fresh news in livestock this week, and it's a pretty short week, so I'm going to keep this pretty short for everybody. Bottom line, you started out the week reacting to last Friday's cattle on feed and cold storage report. Cattle on feed pretty much a wash, nothing there. Cold storage report did show what we expected, tighter red meat supplies than a year ago, but they were up on the month for at least on the pork side. Beef down 2%, but again, we pretty much expected all of those numbers. Um, Normally, we would have seen a lot more appreciation in the market off that cold storage report. Bottom line is, funds pretty heavily long the complex already, and we got to manage money in there. So just not a lot of interest to extend to the upside too much. That said, we did see a new high in October hogs this week. Trading at about a $12, $13 inverse to the spot market. So we did see, saw that come in a little bit here. But the bottom line is we're starting to see a little bit of strength in the deferred hog market there, perking up a little bit. Uh, when it came to the cold storage numbers, though, we're stuck in this rut of tightening beef and pork supplies, and they're at multi-year lows. We know that though. What we don't know is what our consumer demand is going to be moving forward, and that's what the market is really focused on right now. Packers do not have an abundance of coverage. They need some more animals, get their stocks built up, for the summer grilling season. But we just don't know what that demand is going to be. Uh, some signs of consumer confidence slowing, but we've had a few that have perked up a little bit. So it's really, we just don't know what this summer is going to bring us. There are a lot of signs of a stagnating market. If we see that take place, demand will, fall sharply. But the consumer has been pretty willing to stand in there. Restaurant demand still pretty good. Consumers buying at the store for at home purposes pretty good. So we haven't seen the massive cutback yet, but we just saw inflation creep up this week a little bit, and just saw a few other numbers that indicate we could see some slowing moving forward. And that's why Packers are showing some hesitation to extend coverage, even though they currently are a little bit short on inventory. The other thing we had this week, the bird flu development in Brazil. We went home last Friday. China and some others had suspended poultry imports from Brazil over the weekend. Last weekend, that was cut back, and now it's just a few localized plants and some states that are shut down, not the whole country of Brazil. So definitely a game changer there. It took a little bit of wind out of the U.S. market. We thought maybe we'd see a few more sales, but it doesn't appear as though we're going to. The other, livestock story from a disease point of view is the screwworm situation in Mexico. Sorry about that. Colton's having some type of a fit in the living room here, but we're all good. Um, the screwworm situation in Mexico, those cattle coming across the border have been shut off. Mexico has really stepped up their testing and their protocols to get everything taken care of there. Even the USDA said, yeah, there's been quite a bit of progress made. Statement from the USDA is we will likely see feeders coming across the border before the end of the year. My personal opinion, we do see them probably sooner than that with the demand we're seeing for replacements. All depends about price. If we can get them in here cheap, I do think we'll start to see them come in a little bit sooner. Other than that, like I said, a pretty quiet week. We did put in, like I said, new contract highs on the October hogs heading into the weekend. Futures just back and forth to manage a money crowd. It's the end of the month. That always makes a little bit of difference too in trade. So we get back next week. I think we'll see a little bit more activity. We'll have a full 5 days of trade, and we'll see a little bit of probably a little bit of strength in the cash market. We'll get the numbers this afternoon here, but one thing this is the lowest movement post Memorial Day, the lowest movement for a week post Memorial Day in history. So not very big movement this week. We'll see what the Packers do next week if they want to stand in there and get a few more head. Those are some of your top livestock stories. Thank you for your time.